Hey there, welcome back. Welcome to another episode, episode 12. We accomplished a couple of things in this episode. We are pretty quest heavy. We quest a lot. We take care of two more area bosses. We get down the nine-tailed fox and Tayrun. We're going to get to those. And then it totally slipped my mind. But we can get our taming mob now. We can get our hog and start moving at an acceptable speed and start grinding and clearing maps by just toggling the monster rider skill. So we figured we realized this later on in the episode. We go do that, and we kind of endearingly name our hog Juniper. So our hog is named Juniper. Yes, it's a lady. So yes, very happy about the hog. So we first, at the beginning, we knocked out Maya's concern, get those Junior Pepes, etc. items, start the Nine-Tailed Fox quest chain, and not too big of a fan of this quest chain because it involves walking back to town like 6 times, split amongst the Axe God guy. And so we're done with the collection quest now. Now we are going to try to locate a Nine-Tailed Fox for us to just quickly kill when it's asking us to kill the nine-tailed fox. And it comes. We actually get quite a couple of nine-tailed foxes in this kind of batch. I think we were at a good time on the server where it wasn't peak hours or anything. And yeah, we locate our nine-tailed fox and have to walk back and forth a couple more times, but I think we should be able to get it and just have it kind of not reserved, but we're tracking it. We got it covered. And a big part of this episode involves questing in Magatia. I didn't realize it was such a the zone was it's level 70. I forgot that it was. And we're knocking out the king goblins. And yeah, getting their quests. Gonna summon a couple. We were thinking about it, but we have the nine-tailed fox kind of floating around. We don't want to leave it up too long because we need it. And I believe there's some scrolls of interest Nine-Tailed Fox can give us potentially, like a Spear 60 or Cape Dex 60, something like that. GFA 60. I believe we get a GFA 60 out of this. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of cut out the fat and just go to each Nine-Tailed Fox kill. Then we get around 5. But a little more HP than I was expecting, especially because our Crusher is not high enough of a skill yet. I believe at rank 15, Spear Crusher will start being very good. And I realized a few hours in that DK is actually the strongest third job class. If you're a DK, you're the strongest out of everything third job. For real, this class is so busted. When I got Dragon Crusher up to rank 10, I could hit 2 mobs 2 times, and that is so much damage. Not even at the power strike percentage either. It was 140% damage or something or less. So very, very, very strong class. You got a lot of HP to work with. You have an insane third job ability. It's kind of like Shadow Partner with Thieves. Just such an amazing skill that you'll stick with the rest of your character's lifespan. And we down all the foxes and we start summoning the king goblins. We don't repeat our mistake. We drop 1 at a time so that we don't, the game doesn't bug out on us. So right here, drop 1 and then wait 4 seconds and then drop the second one. And those go down easily now. We're pretty strong. Well, we're not strong, but we've leveled up a good amount since last encounter here. Get psyched out by a couple 60% scrolls that are just garbage. I think that was a HP or defense scroll. Yeah, disappointing drops, but it's okay. We weren't really looking for scrolls anyway. We were looking for cards. Yeah, I believe the Nine-Tailed Fox quest is done. Just a bunch of fame. I don't think there's much point to fame after you get 20 fame for that dark equipment requirement. But yeah, cool. We can always use more fame. We see Rob there, our good friend Rob from Paradise and Northern. Fortunately, he's not around, but holla at him. stand-up guy. Anyways, now we're in Shala. This is just like a repotting sequence. We get ciders, HP pots, the whole works. Turn in the Maya's Concern quest. And gonna just leave these undone for now. And we move on to the alligator. Alligators 1? Check it out, we see a hacker. We're confused because there's no alligators. And somebody's just vacked them all on that platform. I think about clearing it, but I mean, does that count as me taking advantage and benefiting from a hacker? Whatever, someone else can deal with that. And the swamp, man. There's so many hackers in the Kerning swamp. Like, it's ridiculous. If like a GM did like did the rounds around this map kind of area, you would see the amount of hackers. There's another one here we find. Like, I was looking for the hidden Krokos, the hidden street for the Krokos, and this little bitch, the end, is just blatantly hacking in our face. Vac hacking. And we leave him alone. You know, I don't have time for this. I don't. I am not here to kind of police the server and wrangle these hackers. Like, that's the GM's job. And I can post the video out here just so people know, can see them. Maybe someone else can report them. But, you know, they're exposed now to however many people see them. So yeah, a little frustrating. And we get a lot of dials while we're kind of doing this quest here. Because it just occurs to us, we're in the area. Why don't we just try to get a bunch of dials? And going up before, it's a big improvement. We're a lot higher level. We can hit them, hit dial. Still need a sniper pill, but he goes down much quicker. And I think we net a good score out of this. Overall dex 60. And get a handful of NX. So we've, at the time I'm doing this voiceover, we've already done our Shawa Gachapon. I was trying to go for this guy's He. I'll post that in the next episode. Very dry 70 ticket gacha run. I was kind of beat down by that, but it's okay. We got 2 really crappy fishing poles. Maybe we'll play around with them. Yeah, we'll accumulate NX, continue to accumulate. Maybe think about a 100 subscriber Gachapon scrolling episode. There's an idea. Our hardware should be in by then. So, yeah, that's maybe something to look forward to. For us both, for me and for anybody watching. We're seriously in bad need of a power up, like, real bad. I have to think of a strategy to get some strength quickly. Because we're a little too weak for my liking. Seriously. Even with the busted DK third job, like, we're so weak. So, yeah. This is kind of a difficult phase, I think, in terms of progression. Because it's, like, so hard to level. It takes so long to level. I mean, not by GMS standards or anything. But you just kind of scratch your head and say, what do I do now? Do I quest? Do I power up equipment? Do I grind? What do I do? And there's no clear-cut path to take, especially when you have zero sort of social fabric or interactions. You can't PQ or hang out or do content as a group. So I get a little bit kind of lost. Kind of like how I'm in life right now. Just a little lost. But, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll just kind of stumble in the dark a little bit. We suffer especially badly next episode because we end up dying a lot of times because we're so, you know, just wandering. Even though we just don't really have any course or clear-cut plan. And I'm kind of sick of questing, and I'm a little sick of grinding too. So we started doing some really high-risk things and paid the price for it. So I think the key for us in this series is we're just need a level to like 80 so that our Dragon Crusher's maxed, or Spear Crusher's maxed, and we can start potentially killing like a pianist or something. Because I actually have the accuracy requirement to hit pianist, believe it or not, like at nearly 90% success rate. So when we're actually like strong, we can start doing some fun stuff like bossing, and that'll also come with equipments and scrolls and mastery books, and just something we should really look into, I think. But just the first part is getting through the unfun part. It won't be as bad as questing Purgatory, but yeah. So we're still in the middle of this Croco quest. I thought I would get the skins first, but it turns out you need the kills also, which is not sort of the same as what before Big Bang Hidden Street says. So that's okay. We get a Spear 10% and a Cave Dex 60%, which is cool. We have 2 Spear 10s. We might play around with them, try to get a couple of Soul Spears, get one to go through. And obviously we're going to finish off our cape, that one single slot. Still haven't decided on if we're going to 100% dex it or 60% dex. Because in the end, 1 dex is only 0.8, accuracy. I don't know if dex also has any sort of damage stabilization functions. And if that's the case, then that'll weigh more heavily towards 60% dex. Scroll. But yeah, we'll make sure we do that later. I'm just kind of, in the questing zone right now. We're going to go ahead and acquire the Akadno and Zemunus capes by doing those broker quests. And it's just confusing because you have to be wearing the cape sometimes to accept the quest even. And it's easy to forget. In like both ways too. If you have the Zemunus cape equipped, like I forget to re-equip my Icarus cape. So that's like minus 6 dex and 10 speed, or 5 speed. And just doing this guy's quiz. Messed it up a couple of times. And I've only done the Magatia quest line like twice. And I'm forgetting most of it. And real quick, we're just going to move over to the Scorpions, Sand Moles, and those Desert Dwarfs. Knock out 3 quests, or 3 kind of items and requirements in one. And finally we try out this map here. Not as good as the other one with the sand rats. But yeah, give that a shot for a little bit. And this is the map here that we settle on for clearing the sand rat kill quest and the Flaming Deserts. Get a few Lydiums here and there. It's too bad we have no use for them any longer. Or maybe we might. Maybe somebody in Magatia is a Lydium fiend as well. So that's done. Now we're killing Scorpions. And this goes pretty smoothly. Very easy quest. Just knocked down for quest specialist. We're a little bit over 60% of the way at the end of this episode. So that's awesome. Just taking it by sizes. And it's kind of more chill on Iron Man because minus every social interaction in the game, this is all you can do is quest. Right? Like, might as well. Like, you're going to be grinding, and then when you grind, the stuff that comes out is going to be related to a quest. So I think questing is definitely emphasized in an Iron Man, which makes that metal a little more bearable. Seems like more of a purpose behind what you're doing instead of just like a sheer grind. And this Rumo leaf part was real nice because they drop so rarely. That was awesome. Real fun to do. Even with the drop card, they weren't coming that frequently. But we get it done. And it's all a chain. It's all kind of requisite to one another. So we're just kind of knocking them out one by one in sequence. Get our Hyper Teleport Rock. Now we're looking for Uric the Alchemist. We had to go all the way to goddamn Elnath to find this stupid NPC. Like, there wasn't a Yurik in Ariant. I don't think there was, at least. None in Orbis. None in Ludi. No, that's just true. We didn't go to Ludi. We go to Elnath. And then Elnath has one. So I had trouble finding Yurik. I had to go to like really far out to find her. Or him. And now we do the Tay-Rune quest chain? Yes. So, I remember we tossed out like a stack of 10 peaches last episode. That was a mistake because we need a couple more. And luckily they come out of these trees. Which was surprising because in Leafree you have those fruits also in the trees that give you weapon attack, defense, magic attack, etc. Those don't drop in the server, but the peaches do. And they're kind of like the same principle of getting them to come out. And yeah, so that was a pleasant surprise. I thought we were screwed because I don't know where to get peaches other than that method. Continue on with the quest chain. Now we gotta get Old Paper, Peach Seeds, Broken Deer Horn. This is a lengthy collection quest, especially because we're super weak. Those monkeys are hard to kill. And yeah, we'll get through it. And look for Tay-Rune afterwards, I believe. And we get quite a few Tay-Runes. I think we get a GFA for attack 10% out of it. Get 1 or 2 cards. And coupons, of course. All in all, just in it for the experience, mainly the quest experience. So it gives us almost nearly 50%. Very good. And alright, we're done with the collection quest now. Just NPCing things here and there. And yep. Now let's go find Tay-Rune. We're in that Wandering Bear territory map. I think we knock out 5 or 6 Tay-Runes. And, we also feel the power creep pretty heavily here. We're so weak. Tay-Rune's not a hard boss whatsoever, but he hits hard. And he's got HP that is a little more than what we're used to. And, yeah, just kind of is telling us right now, the game is giving us an early warning to get strong. Get stronger. So that it's not so hard later. It's like being an athlete, right? You gotta train. So it's not so hard later. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Once we get Dragon Treasure to an acceptable level, like 15 at the minimum, we can start grinding scrolls, do bosses, get that power up we were just referring to. And that was, I think, the glove for attack 10%. That was sweetness. Maybe we'll get another lucky one to go through. Don't want to jinx it. But yeah, we have 2. So I think we'll 10% glove both of them, and then try to get spear 10 to pass or something, depending on how those gloves go. So yeah, I think that was Tay-Rune number 2. This is number 3. And once again, our snowshoes kind of come into play here. Mitigate some of that super knockback because of the spikes on the shoe. So that is very handy. I kind of dig it. I might try to go for spikes on my Night Lord or something. Although I need better shoes to commit us like that hard to it. And Tay-Rune's down. I think we're getting a quest now. Nope. Turning it in. And look, it's like 50%, 40%, 39%. So that's great. We're getting levels kind of quickly initially in this very slow phase. Now we're going to go get our Taming Mob. Finally remembered. Occurred to us. And I was a little sketched about failing this because these aliens hit kind of hard, and they kind of swarmed the hog towards the end, and I'm kind of just racing to break the box at the very end. But yeah, no problem. Just kind of protect it, have it drop the little pheromone things, and break boxes in the meantime. Try to kill everything first and then break boxes. And our hog is like getting kind of low. I'm not doing a very good job protecting him. This hog does, it looks like Juniper, but it's not Juniper. We have yet to catch her. Okay, so protect the hog done. We have to go all the way to Leaf Free. Shovel out a cool 20 mil. Get that perfume bottle. Oh, make a stop here to turn a quest. Yep. And then now we go to Leaf Free. 59% on a quest specialist. Very nice. Yeah, shovel out a cool 20 mil and try to get her Taming Mob. And here's a funny story for you. My very first level 70, I was going for the Taming Mob, and then I missed. I double clicked the perfume bottle and like didn't catch the hog. And I was like in middle school, and I cried. I was so sad because that 20 mil was so much. That was like, it took me my whole playing career to get 20 mil because I had no idea what I was doing. I remember being so sad and like crying, like missing the hog. Like I missed him. Oh, so dumb. But you can take the perfume bottle and bind it to a key instead of double clicking it like I do. Just to kind of be more safe, so you don't have to, you can have both hands free. So you can move and then just press the button when you're directly over top of the hog. Spear Crusher 70, I think is good enough now to use. It's usable now. And here comes Juniper. That's right. Juniper. That's our muse. Isn't she beautiful? So cute. And be very careful. Oh, almost got juked. Got her. Yay! Taming Mob. We got Juniper now. And that's exciting. That's great. This is great. And yeah, we're gonna nurture this hog, get her to a silver main, and yeah, take nice good care of Juniper here. So you'll kind of see why I want to tame him up so badly on these flat sort of maps. Is that we'll kind of mount and dismount very quickly, although we have to be careful because you can't pot while you're on your Taming Mob. See, like right here, just that massive boost in speed just kind of jets you forward and get onto the next kind of ball of mobs that you're trying to isolate. Very, very, very handy. But yeah, you have to be very careful because, especially if you're in a boss like Horntail or Von Leon or something and you're on your mount, yeah, if you get hit, you can't pot. And you have to dismount, and that takes maybe a couple frames or maybe even a full second. Like, you'll be subject, it's a vulnerable period. So have to be careful. But all in all, these are not hitting that hard. They're not bosses or anything. So that's just kind of a little trick we do just to get around more quickly, clear the map a little more quickly. Get done with that quest. Just have to re-equip that cape thing, even though we already had it equipped. It's confusing. I think we get spark plugs now. And yeah, kind of use our mount. And how come I don't see more warriors mount and dismount when they're kind of hunting a map? Like, isn't that... maybe I'm just tripping, and that is like a very common basic kind of 101 thing for warrior. But I feel like I don't see warriors do that very often. I mean, even if you're a DK and you have like Dragon Roar maxed, there's like less reason to move around the map because you can just farm with the Dragon Roar. But I'm talking about like, yeah, just like if you just want to hunt the map like without an AoE spell and get mechanical gloves there. I don't know what the point of those are. Like if they had like 6 slots, I would like be very excited about that. But they only have 5, so I don't know what the point of that is. Go on to the homunculus. The homunculus goes kind of sketchy. It hits hard, like 1000, and it has a lot of HP. We get him down, and these homunculus hit very, very hard too. This kills us a couple of times next episode because we're so lost in our thoughts on what to do. But always a good place to farm. They drop equipments very frequently, very, very frequently. When I was doing the Reels quest on my Night Lord, I could easily just cash in like 5 mil or something per kind of time each time I went there to grind those etceteras. I think like the morning dews or something. And now we're going to the Letties. We're gonna kill 100 Letties for the little snow piece that that Android is asking for. And these go by pretty quick. I think, yeah, Dragon Crusher's an acceptable rank now. It doesn't just hit 1 mob. So just imagine how much better it's going to be when it hits 3. I'm excited. I'm going to try to just power level and get to rank 11 where it starts hitting 3, I think. Or is it rank 15? Forget. And I think we're going back to Magatia now, just to wrap up a couple more quests. I think we'll, yeah, actually stop by Teisu first, just to kind of finish up the Taerun quest. Get to get another freaking peach. And offer it at like this little stone kind of bench for the Taerun's letter. Yeah, so we'll go do that real quick. Just get a quick. It just gives you fame, this quest here, but it's one more down for quest specialist, so why not? We're on the way. Maybe after Magatia we'll go to Herbtown and quest, maybe, because those captains and crews, like, they're kind of like in our level range, and they might drop some good stuff. I'll check the drop tables, but if they drop like a soul spear or any good scrolls, we should probably go there and start questing in Herbtown. And I think we're gonna about to end it off very soon here. Just check the Romeo quest and kind of end off this episode right here. Next time to be continued in Magatia. And yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate you as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.